Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So we now have the chaser done, which I didn't film, but for good reason. We still have the old camera, so I tried to get a new one, but a person was a scammer, so I had to dispute that, got my money back, whatever. But we had finished up a new exhaust and the intercooler pipes for this. The reason why I did not film this is because we actually got accepted into final bout recently with like 5 weeks to spare, so we need to make sure to have at least one car done. Should be getting back the S13 from paint today, so we're going to try to drive that for the event. But in the event that is not complete, we still have to swap over our R-Tech manifold and G-Series onto the car, and I have an intake manifold for it now too. But we did all like the HD clamps again, came down, had to do a bunch of pie cuts there, come over here, welded up an aluminum donut for a tight bend here, and had to move our power steering reservoir a little bit. And now it is now a 4-inch exhaust. It's currently straight piped. We took it for a rip yesterday, and now the gate's too small for the 3.4 liter. So our 11 PSI spring is still making around 25 PSI at limiter. So the car's gonna stay on 85 in the meantime, just because for pump gas, that's too much for the compression ratio of this, because it's now 11.0 to 1. So we're gonna go dial in our VVT curves, fully tune out the map as is. We're probably gonna leave it dialed back. I still had a fuel pressure issue, because even with the 1750s, fuel pressure dropping, and the Link was compensating for that, and so is upping the duty cycle. We maxed them out once, so realistically the car's probably sitting close to high 700s, 800 horsepower when it's dialed in. So yeah, we'll get into the car. We're gonna go fuel up some fresh E, sitting at 67% right now, hoping to get it around high 70s at least, but we'll see what we get at the gas station. Walk around of everything now. Filthy. Gotta put the side skirt still back on. Here is the current exhaust. So we did run out of exhaust material to go all the way back, which is kind of okay because we don't know if we're still going to put a muffler on it if it's too loud. But basic sound clip for now. Whole 4-inch straight pipe all the way back. Alright, so I just got back from some holes. We're overlaying all of our VBTI angles here. So you can see kind of at the top here, we're just kind of graphing out. I was just ultimately spinning like crazy here and hitting a boost cut, but you can still see where it picks up more than the rest on certain angles. So now we're going to build a new VVT map and then go out, and we have to retune the fuel table after that, because obviously it's going to be more efficient in some other places. All right, so we just kind of finished tuning it. We're going to get some rip videos, which I'll still try to get, but now we're just heading off to the car wash real quick. So kind of in town, can't really do too much. Everything's driving really well. Estimated horsepower just through the Link, we're looking at like close to 800, but we don't have that much timing in it, and we kind of need a dyno to verify our torque multiplier for that. So we're not too concerned with that, but we did see overall gains across the entire board with everything. So dialed in VVT, we upped the timing just another 2 degrees for now, but we're still kind of capped on our fuel system, so we need to upgrade that because we're we're still dropping off like 35 psi at the top end. So once we figure that out, we'll put it back on the actual dyno and really max it out. But for now, there's no real point in that, just because we're having the issues that we are. GDI. All right, so we got this back at the house. We kind of cleaned it up, but obviously we don't have a brush to kind of get everything. So it's a little dirty. I think we popped off a vacuum hose or vacuum line because as we were doing pulls, we shot off our brake booster line because I guess I forgot to put clamps on it. And after we fixed that, we noticed like a small surge and like lean spike here and there. So I wanted to do that at idle, but all my vacuum lines are under the manifold here. So I gotta just kind of toss it up on the lift, find that, throw clamps back on the brake booster line, this guy, and make sure that that's tight down there. Because other than that, it was fine beforehand, but now we just have a small issue. Other than that, we're still ripping. Most of the pulls are around 25. If I leave it at limiter full throttle, it'll go up to around 30 psi. And our fuel pressure was dropping to around 35 psi at there. Up to 5700, it was okay. It was tracking fine. It was going up in like the 60s like it's supposed to. And then it just kind of falls off past 5700. So just need bigger fuel lines for that. We're just on a -6 feed, which is on like the stock hard line still. And it's just adapted to AN. So that'll probably leave it off for this video today, guys. Back in next time, I'll probably have the S13 back. We'll be going over that. New paint, wheels for it. We're gonna be putting on the manifold, the R-Tech one I showed you at the beginning. And then we also have this ISR kind of sheet metal intake manifold with the rail. I have new ID 1050s for that because the previous side feed injectors were having, I think, O-ring issues where they'll randomly either hang open or bleed fuel pressure by the O-ring into the manifold. It would just peg rich for however long it wants to until it reseats or goes back into operating mode. So yeah, that'll be it for this. I'll catch you guys in the next one.